help. It can be service therapy. In addition, it can help you get in touch and express your feelings. And it can also boost your mood and your energy level. So today I'm going to take you on a short tour of the various ways in which music has had an impact on my life. And this is not Jabberwocky. So I'm going to start with a little history. So in my family, we were required to attend church. And church for us was not just Sunday morning. We went to church on Tuesday for a devotion service. On Thursday, we had young people service. On Sunday morning, we had Bible study. Sunday evening, we went home for a little while, and then we went back to church for Sunday worship service. In addition, we would be required to attend summer church camp, and there were also revival sessions, so we would attend those a lot too. And also, after that, I went to a church school, so, where we got all the demerits and, all the mean teachers that smacked your hands and everything else. So I was really involved in church, and I spent a lot of my time in church. It could be very daunting at times because a lot of my friends or classmates, they were out running the streets, and I had to be in church all the time. However, there was one silver lining to all the time I spent in church, and that was the music. Just hearing the beautiful voices from the choir and all the solo performances and duos just made the whole time I spent in church worthwhile. In addition, church, the music did not just stop at church. When I got home, there was music as well. The nice thing about the music at home is I could usually tell what kind of day we were going to have based on the music that was playing. So if something was playing like Mahalia Jackson or Andre Crouch, we were probably going to have church at home. If Gladys Knight or Barbara Streisand or Aretha Franklin was playing, it was usually cleanup time. So that meant we were going to be scrubbing walls or picking up fruit from the pear tree that fell on the ground or doing some sort of yard work. And then if Al Green or Marvin Gaye or the Bee Gees were playing, it meant that it was going to be a relaxed, fun time or time for love. Now, speaking of love, I can recall the song that was playing when I decided that I liked my husband. He had tried to take me out on a date many times, and I didn't make it easy for him, of course. So I said no constantly. But one day he invited me to a party, and it was people that I knew, so I thought, okay, it's safe because I know everybody who's going to be there. So we went to this party, and we were in a dance competition. And during that time, the song that was playing was Take Your Time by the SOS Band. It was a really long playing song. And just the fact that we danced and we won this competition made me really happy, and I decided, you know what, I like this guy. So from that day on, it was history. And much like my childhood, our lives evolved around music. Much of our time was spent, listening to music. We would listen to it for celebrations, if we needed to boost our energy, to help us clean the house, just all kind of events we would include music. Sometimes that music would evoke deep conversations. And I can recall a time when one of the songs that provoked the deep conversation was Lifetime by Maxwell. So we were sitting and had put the kids to bed, and we were sitting having a cocktail, and that song came on. And we got into a discussion about, what if one of us passed? What should we do? Let's talk about that. And we discussed that, if one of us passed on, we should remarry. And in addition, he gave me some instructions about, this is what I want you to give to this child, this is what I want you to give to this child, and this is what I want you to keep. Don't give it away because it's valuable, so never give that away. And we also discussed that he wanted me to, at his funeral, he would like for me to play Lifetime by Maxwell. Well, unfortunately, that day came unexpectedly, untimely, and I was in total shock. But I recalled that conversation. He told me he wanted me to keep this, keep that, give the kids this, give the kids that, and play Lifetime by Maxwell at his funeral. And it was a very beautiful service. unfortunately, I was in shock after that for a while because it was untimely. I wasn't expecting it. And during that period, I couldn't play music anymore. I was in shock. And then when I finally came out of the fog, I was like, wow, I've gained so much weight and I didn't know what to do. Well, I started pacing the floor. I'm surprised my carpet wasn't worn out from all the pacing. And then I decided, you know what? It's time for me to play some music again. And then I started dancing by myself, remembering some of the dances we would do or some of those childhood things we would do. And eventually the weight started coming off. So I began to feel a little bit better. But also thought, it's time to get out and start meeting people. I really didn't know what to do with myself because I had been married since childhood. Because this was high school when we went to this dance and we were history, from that moment on. So I decided there was this concert that I always heard about and I wanted to attend in Cincinnati that they have every year where they have like 2 nights of headliners, 4 headliners every night. So I thought, okay, I'm going to book a hotel. I don't have a date, but I thought I can recruit my sister. She'll do just about anything for me. And sure enough, she was like, okay, I'll go. So we went to this concert and it was just beautiful. It's right off of the river. So you're under the stars and all these beautiful people are singing. Like this year we had Jill Scott and Boyz II Men. It was just a lot of, famous singers. So, and there's this beautiful breeze blowing right off of the river. So I decided I would go to that from that year and then the next year and every year since then I've attended that concert. In addition, I let my daughter talk me into attending Beyonce and Jay-Z this past week, and that was beautiful as well. So music is beginning to help me, come out of my shell and regroup and look at life as beautiful once again. Now, while I have not met a person to share the music with just yet, I know it's just a matter of time before that right song plays, and I will meet a person to share the music with once again, because as my title says, music is my savior. Thank you very much.